Hi, my name's Craig from the Salvation Army Employment Plus Training Plus, and I'd like to welcome you to this introductory series on using Microsoft Teams to engage in online meetings and training. In this first short video, we'll be covering how to join a Microsoft Teams meeting. If you'd like to separately download the Microsoft Teams desktop app, we do have another video showing you how to do that. Once you've learned the different ways to join a Microsoft Teams meeting, you'll be able to log in, join meetings, collaborate online, and engage in training. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first method of joining a Microsoft Teams meeting we'll be covering in this video is joining from your calendar. So if you've received an invitation to a Microsoft Teams meeting with your Salvation Army Employment Plus site for a group chat about job searching or recruitment opportunities, or an invitation to training from the Salvation Army Employment Plus Training Plus, you should see in your calendar, in Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook, an invitation that looks a little bit like this. So as you can see, I've invited myself to a Microsoft Teams meeting called Wednesday Job Hunters. So from here, I can open this calendar or diary entry just like any email by double clicking. As you can see, because this is a recurring meeting, I get this dialog box that asks me, do I want to open the series or just this appointment? I'm going to open just this appointment, and you'll see that the calendar entry opens very much just like an email. Now if I look down here, I can see this link, Join Microsoft Teams Meeting. From here, with the Microsoft Teams app installed, I can click on this link and it will open. And if I have the software installed, it will open my Microsoft Teams meeting screen. From here, I'm going to be prompted, if I haven't done it before, to enter a username. Now, I would highly recommend here, we put in a username or enter a username that we're comfortable using online. For the purposes of the Salvation Army Employment Plus, whether it's a group session with other members of your site and a job coach or recruiter, or training that you're engaging in with the Salvation Army Employment Plus Training Plus, we would like you to enter your first name. So in this instance, I would enter in Craig. Okay, there's no need to put in your surname. This is just your first name so that other people can identify you by name in the chat. We'd please ask that you be respectful and not enter in any inappropriate names into Microsoft Teams. Once I've done that, I can select my camera and microphone settings and then click Join Now. We'll go into camera and microphone settings in a bit more detail in a future video. If you already have the Microsoft Teams desktop app installed, it's also possible to join a recurring meeting series from the calendar in Microsoft Teams. The calendar is accessed from about halfway down this left-hand pane, and when I click on calendar and go to the appropriate day of the Teams meeting, you'll see there's my Wednesday Job Hunters meeting at 10 o'clock a.m. By clicking on that, I can be taken to the invitation, and then I can click from here, Join Teams Meeting, or join on this button up here. And as you can see, it takes me to exactly the same login screen as I was at before. If I've already entered my name before, I won't need to do it now. I can simply activate my camera settings, microphone settings, set up my devices here, and then click Join Now. If you'd prefer not to install the Microsoft Teams desktop app on your device or your computer, you can join using your web browser. However, please be aware that Microsoft Teams does not support the Internet Explorer, Apple Safari, or Mozilla Firefox web browsers. Unfortunately, you'll need Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge to join the meeting with full functionality. You can join with other web browsers, but you won't be able to access audio or video, which are the two main functions of Microsoft Teams. Anyway, if you'd like to join with Chrome or Microsoft Edge, it's really easy. All we need to do is click Join Microsoft Teams Meeting, and when you do so without the desktop app installed, you'll be directed to this web page here on the internet, and it will ask you, how do you want to join your Teams meeting? Download the Windows app. We highly recommend downloading the desktop app for the best experience. It is pretty fantastic. If you don't want to use that, you can use Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome. I don't have Google Chrome installed, so I could use Teams on Microsoft Edge. All I need to do is click on that, open the link, and it will direct me to a very similar looking screen. As you can see, it's going to ask me to allow use of my microphone and camera, so I'm going to allow. And there we go. Enter name. Remember, your first name. And join now. And I'm joining as a guest. And that's how we join via a web browser. So there you have it. Just a few ways that you can join a Microsoft Teams meeting, either through your various calendars, if you have the desktop app installed, your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, or the Microsoft Teams calendar itself. Alternatively, you can join through a web browser, but remember, it has to be Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome, otherwise you won't get that full functionality. Thanks for joining me in this video. I hope you've gotten something out of it. For now, this is Craig from the Salvation Army Employment Plus Training Plus, wishing you all the best with your online journey, and hope to see you in another video.